Hello and welcome to our special segment of financial literacy. Today we will be talking about inflation. But before we get to our explanation, let's talk to people what they know about inflation. What do you mean by inflation?
It's the rise of price of any commodity that we use basically on everyday basis.
What do you think are the causes of inflation?
One of the most pressing causes of inflation is the depreciating value of whichever currency, and in our case, the rupee. And the other causes could be the rise in cost of prices like input materials, labor, land, and capital, and the other things. Rise in these things would lead to a general price rise.
Mehengai, inflation, is the rise in the prices of the commodity like the food we eat, the clothes we wear, or the house we live in. Inflation is caused when there is a high demand of a particular commodity and that do not equates with its supply. This causes a rise in the prices and ultimately causes inflation. It looks like somebody has left the tap open. Just like the excess water has causes the problem in its surrounding, in a same manner, excess flow of money causes a lot of problems in the economy. Money is never stagnant. It keeps on traveling from one person to another.
Excessive money in the economy means that people will have more money to purchase commodities. This will increase their demand, causing a rise in inflation.
Just like we turn off the tap to reduce the excess flow of water, similarly, Reserve Bank of India also have certain taps to regulate the flow of money in the economy. One of such tap is cash reserve ratio. All the banks are required to deposit a certain amount of proportion from their total money with the RBI in the form of cash, and that is called cash reserve ratio. Now, if the RBI increases the cash reserve ratio rate, the banks will have to store more money to the RBI and they will be left with lesser amount of money to give loan as the general public. This will ultimately and eventually causes the reduction of flow of money in the market. Now comes the another tap, that is repo rate. Whenever we need money, we borrow it from somebody else. In the same manner, when a commercial bank needs money, they go to the RBI. Repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends money to the commercial banks.
A higher repo rate will discourage banks from borrowing and in turn reduce the number of loans.
These were only some of the many measures that are undertaken by the RBI to control inflation. Other measures include public spending, government borrowings and taxes. However, CRR and repo rate are the primary means to combat inflation. Hope we were able to simplify the concept to you. Stay tuned for more episodes on financial literacy.